Okay. So this is like the seventh live stream that I'm doing. Um, it's getting easier than the first one that I did. So I'm getting a hang of it. I am going to talk about Archangel Michael and Lady Isis in this live stream. Um, there's definitely a connection between them and the divine. And then the Trinity that I talked about and I picked up on um, between Osiris, Isis, and Horus. It's like that trio, that trinity, that family, the mother, father, and child um, trinity. And there's like a correlation between what we know of the Trinity, which is typically Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, which to me was like, okay, there's three men there. There's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So why are there three men? Where's the woman? So I just thought it was a little weird, like what happened? Where's the feminine energy? So I didn't really think about that because that's what I grew up with. That's what I was taught, and it's just one of those things where it's just how it is. But like I didn't really question that until like recently, like the more I found out about this Trinity, like who's the divine? Who's the father, who's the mother, and who's the child? Who are they talking about, And I can never say for sure who they are. But I did find some connections between that divine, the Western version of the divine, and then the Egyptian version of the divine, um, from like 5,000 years ago, a long time ago. This was like way before, Western religion existed. This was like way, 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 way like the cover in this booklet, Egypt, the pyramids and all that. So get some water. Let me talk about Archangel Michael because he's like, he's well known. He's like in charge of like the archangels, and they're not well mentioned in the Bible. But there's like 7 known archangels, but like there's 3 mentioned in the Bible. There's Archangel Michael, then there's Archangel Gabriel, and then there's Raphael. Again, you have the Trinity. They're all male. And I'm like, why are they all male? What's going on here? So first you have, the Trinity of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, okay? And then if you go back into, the story of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve and all that, the snake, it's like it seems to be like the woman's fault, the female's fault, that it was because she bit the apple that she wasn't supposed to bite or touch or whatever. She had instructions not to have that apple. She can have everything else but that one apple. So I'm like, okay. But then all of a sudden some snake tempted her with an apple, and she went ahead and bit the apple, and then all of a sudden they got kicked out because of what she did. So basically it was her fault, Eve's fault, that they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and that was why they had to suffer and all that, and a bunch of other stuff happened. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is she being blamed And how come Adam isn't blamed? You know, why is he just, going along with what she's saying if he was also told not to, not to take a bite of that apple? So both of them were instructed not to do anything, right? So I'm thinking, shouldn't he have said no? You know, um, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to. It just seems like, how is it that it's her fault that she also did what she said? And I'm like, okay, so he's being portrayed as someone that is easy to control, that he's easy to influence, and he's so easy to influence that the woman will just say anything to him and he'll just do whatever she says. And I'm like, okay, so what is he, like a robot? He doesn't have his own mind? Because it's just, I don't know, it just seems very suspect to me. Like, so okay, so the woman gets blamed. And then she gets blamed again, you know, um a few thousand years later, and then she gets blamed again in England. It seems like a pattern, like it seems like it's she's always blamed. And then not only is she blamed for the misfortune, but she's also left out on purpose. And she's still left out in the Middle East. And she's subject to a lot of punishment. And there's like a double standard of, like, men are allowed to do one thing, but women can't. It just seems like, there's like a lot of blame placed on the female. But the male doesn't get blamed for anything. He's just the victim, you know? It's like, now that I know a little bit more about the story, and I did a little bit of research. It just doesn't add up to me. Like, I don't know, like, from this perspective of somebody trying to get to the bottom of things, like what happened here. Like, I'm thinking like I'm investigating a case, like what happened, what's the truth, like what's real and what's not. And it seems like a lot of these stories don't match. They don't add up. Because first, it's a woman's fault that they got kicked out of the garden. And then she gets blamed again in Egypt. And then she gets blamed again in England, in Europe. And then she gets blamed again. It's like she gets blamed for a lot of things. Even now, to this day, she's blamed. And it's like a double standard of, like, you know, the men can do whatever they want, but the woman can't. And even now, to this day, it's like, um, it's very extreme. Like, you go from, like, blaming the female to now it's all her fault. She's evil now. It's so extreme. Like, where's the middle ground here? Like, how is it you go from one extreme to another, you know? And she gets blamed again. So it just, to me, it doesn't add up. The whole, like, Trinity. They're all men. The archangels, all men. The angels are portrayed as men. It's very, like, male oriented. And I'm like, okay, what happened to the female? You know? So they went from worshiping goddesses to now worshiping male gods. What happened to these deities? What happened to them? So I'm also seeing things as, like, somebody that studied this pattern. And yeah, it's like there's definitely a shift, a change in, going from worshiping goddesses to now worshiping male gods. And again, the female gets blamed for a lot of things. And it's definitely not balanced. There's an imbalance. So you went from balance to imbalance. And that's where we're at right now, imbalance. So I'm going to start with Archangel Michael and then with Lady Isis, because there's a correlation between him, Lady Isis, and Lord Buddha, the Trinity that I'm seeing too. So Archangel Michael, he is like the head of the archangels. He's like the closest thing to God. And I'm going to say the masculine version of God, because there's two sides. You don't have just a male side, you have a female side. You have the masculine and you have the feminine. And that's why you have the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You don't just have one side. You don't have just masculine or just feminine. No, you don't have just love and you don't have just protection. You have both. You have love and protection. And anybody that tries to, tell you, oh, but it's just one way. No, that's not balanced at all. How is it balanced when you just have one gender? So it's like me just wanting to listen to one aspect of the story, one side. That's it. And that's the truth. It's like you have to hear out different sides and you have to be able to compare them. And then you figure out on your own who's telling the truth. What's the truth? Do they match? Or are they inconsistent? Because, like I said, if you don't do that, then you will just basically fall for anything. It's very easy to scam you then if you don't do your research. Okay. So he's saying guarded and protected. Okay. So he's wearing green. Archangel Michael's wearing green. And his his color is also blue. So blue is for peace, is peaceful. And then he's wearing green too. And green is Archangel Gabriel's color because he's a healer. Again, why Gabriel? Why not Gabrielle? So think about that, because I noticed that too. Like, what is with the imbalance of like genders? Why all male? What happens to the females? Yeah, so that's what he does. He guards and he protects because he's the divine masculine. That's fine, but if it's just him, you know, then that's not balanced because you just have the male. But what about the emotions? What about, creativity? What about all that stuff that females also contribute to? And that's why you have Lady Isis coming in. The miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. Okay, so that's where she comes in. And she's also the guy that you see when you see the star card. She is that lady. Okay, that's her. And then, so you have the female perspective, right? From Lady Isis. And then you have the male perspective from Archangel Michael. So you see how, like, you have the masculine and the feminine. And you have a balanced, and I just dropped that. And you have a balanced perspective because you have the masculine and the feminine perspective, okay? And then when you put these two together, you have a child. and they did have a child. His name was Horus. Okay, but there's really no oracles about that. But I did find this Buddha. Okay, and I did find a connection between Muhammad, Horus, and Jesus. Okay, I noticed that Muhammad existed before Jesus did, but Horus existed before both of them. So you have Horus, Muhammad, and then Jesus, and then you have Buddha. Okay. Horus and Jesus, they sound very similar because the J can be pronounced like an H. So it can be like Jesus, right? Horus, Jesus. But instead of saying Jesus, you say Jesus. So now that letter changes from an H to like a G, Jesus, right? But when you pronounce them, Horus, Jesus, they sound very similar. Very similar. It's like they just change, like, like very slight variation, but they're very similar. Because Horus and Jesus or Jesus have 5 letters, and they both end with an S. And I mean, it's just way too similar. It's like the similarities are just uncanny. I just saw that. Okay. So I picked out number 26, Gratitude by Lord Buddha. Okay. He says, if you want to turn your life around, try thankfulness. It will change your life mightily, by Gerald Good. That's a quote by Gerald Good. Gratitude is a powerful kindness energy. When expressed outwardly by giving thanks for the richness brought to you by the other people, their services and contribution, your gratitude builds a feeling of kinship that breaks down all illusions of separateness. And this is the cultivation card. Okay. So that's gratitude. And then this is what the back looks like. Okay. So when you put them together, you have a trinity here. You have a more balanced perspective. And you're able to compare their philosophies too. And I was able to see similarities. So they were able to support each other in some way. Yep. And just look at that. Look at that card. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. So that is the Trinity. Okay, so um I was gonna talk about Archangel Gabriel, but you know, it's like you know him as Gabriel, okay? But it's like you do your own research and you come up with your own conclusion. Um, I just noticed similarities, but I will leave it up for debate because that's your own research to do. Okay. This is what I do have. It says Lord Osiris, Lady Isis, and Lord Horus. Okay, the Trinity. You have the Father, Virgin Mary, and Jesus. Okay, so that's you have that version, Eastern, and then you have the other version, Western. So you're able to see like the similarities between them. Um, yeah, you have the Holy Trinity or Divine Family. Okay, and they do have a connection to the divine. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, and God. Okay, so there is a connection between them. Um, Let me go ahead and show you the card that came out from the Moonology deck. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay. So something about Taurus, that sign, and being practical because it's an earth sign. Plan, earth sign. So when I hear practical, it's basically, yeah, you need to be realistic and you need to make it happen. Don't just wait for it to happen. You need to make it happen. So you have belief and action. That's when you make things happen, okay? And the animal spirit that I picked out was the lion. Look at that. So for those of you that are Leos, that could be significant. Lions are known for their strength. They're the king of the jungle. Um, they're very fearless, very bold, you know. Just like the eagles are like the lions of the sky. So when you combine both of them, I mean, that's a very powerful predator right there. Because they're both predators. And they're both fearless. And they both hunt. And they both eat meat. So let me show you again the lion. Okay, that is your animal spirit. And let me see the Lenormand cards that came out. You have the sun, number 31, so that could be significant. Number 4 adds up. Number 4. See, I'm already like ahead of myself. Number 31 adds up to 4, okay? And 4 is the Emperor's number. So something can be significant. I mean, look at that. The lion and the sun. So the sun is the Leo's ruling star. And the sun is about happiness. So there's a connection between Leos, lions, and the sun. Okay. And then you have another Lenormand card, and that is number 29. That's 11. She, Ace of Swords. So the truth right there. Okay. So something about a female, the truth, and put it together. So put these two together. And find the connection between them. Okay. So let me go ahead and look at the secret site, which is Frog Mountain. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. So Frog Mountain, I kind of looked a little bit, and it's in Canada, okay? So energy focus is repatriation. Location is British Columbia, Canada. Get some more water. Okay. So we're going to go into the past, okay? The lower world. So Frog Mountain in the Slocan Valley, West Kootenay, is sacred to the, what does it say? Scenic tribe. This First Nations people was classed extinct by the Canadian government in 1956 to be no longer recognized after living on the land for thousands of years is an atrocity. Do you sense that one or more of your ancestors suffered a similar fate, wrested from wrestled from the land that was theirs by the powerful? So, this trauma may have been passed down the generations to you. Your longing for a sense of home and family has been with you for many years, perhaps even across lifetimes. As with spawning salmon, your homing instinct lies within. By returning home to regenerate through the waters of your emotions, wisdom will finally be yours. It's time to understand your history, to leap with anticipation and joy. Interesting. So now we have the middle world present. This card depicts a little girl on the reservation who cannot go to school because of the legal fiction that her family are extinct. Are you facing a challenge to your identity from the government or another social group or individual? It may be due to the land's home, family, birthright. When will it stop? Yeah, when will it stop? Is it time to make a stand and to refuse to allow anyone to take away what is rightfully yours? This card's power symbol is a sacred hoop. This wait, hang on. This card's power symbol is a sacred hoop shown radiating out to the four directions which nourish you. The beam from the east brings peace and light into your life. The beam from the south brings warmth. The west offers the rain to wash away all fears, while the north gives you the strength and endurance to sustain what you're going through. Call upon the four quarters of the earth to help you on your journey to wholeness and well being. Okay, so we're going to go into the future, upper world potential. After after a terrible drought, the cynic's people were ready to leave the land. One of the elders went to pray for guidance. A frog appeared and told him that his people would be saved if they dug caves in the riverbanks. When the people retreated into the caves, the frogs offered themselves as food to sustain them. The last frog became Frog Mountain. Do you have a power animal to guide you through adversity? He asks you to keep your spirit alive and to trust your instincts. Let Wolf teach you the value of treading your own path. By listening to the animals, as the Scenics elder did, you can become an explorer rather than struggling to fit in with conventional people or situations. It's not about being a lone wolf, but about being authentic in your life. Time to travel. Try the visualization. Try the visualization right. Okay, so that's what it says. That is Frog Mountain. Wow. And that was just random. Like they were all chosen randomly, but they didn't seem random because I don't know. They're like exactly what I needed to hear at this time, especially what's going on right now. Okay. Um. So let me go ahead and do a reading on Archangel Michael and Lady Isis, but it's really also about Osiris and Isis. So it's going to be for Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Raphael. Again, I'm seeing a trinity. So if Archangel Michael is blue, and then Archangel Gabriel is gold, so when you put blue and gold or yellow together, you get green. So I'm thinking maybe like this card here, green. This is the original Light Seers tarot deck from Kickstarter. Yes, that's why it has that green edging. Um, the one that you're gonna buy from the mass market is not gonna have this green edging. It's not. No, it's mass produced. So the one that I have is like, yeah, it's limited edition. Like basically, if you're not in that campaign, and if you know about it, you probably missed it. But I can say that yeah, I have the original. This is the original, and it has the original Ten of Swords too, which I will show you in a second. Um, it looks different from the Ten of Swords that you see now from the mass market version. Okay, so you have the High Priestess. Look at that High Priestess, intuition. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. Look at that Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, no. So whoever sent that is going to be under stress, but the opposite of stress is peace. So I'm gonna get peace while they get stress. Okay. Strength card. Look at that lion, and I just saw the lion here. Look at that spirit animal. Look at that. I just talked about it, and then the 4 of Wands, and I saw the number 4. So you have Leo, strength, and lion. Look at that. Okay. Queen of Swords, clarity. Ace of Pentacles. You have a new opportunity coming in. Alright. Let me start pulling out some cards. Okay. Let's see. You have 5 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands. The Moon. What else? 9 of Pentacles reversed and 6 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So there's a lot of Pentacles here. Maybe it's because Taurus came out. So this is what the Nine of Pentacles wants to say, okay? Because, I mean, yeah, when you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have somebody that is practical and take things slow because they're realistic. You know, they can get rejected. But if they're intuitive, there's no need for them to go slow when they go fast, okay? Like the Nine of Wands. So what I'm getting is that he's saying, and because it's reversed, he's intuitive, okay? So he's practical like the Nine of Pentacles, but he's fast like the Nine of Wands, okay? So with the 5 of Wands reversed, that means peace, yeah. And this is what happened very quickly. And yeah, I'm hearing intuition. Intuition. So your intuition may be telling you something, but you might not be seeking it right away. So some things may be hidden from you, but they will be revealed in due time. So again, with the Moon card, you have Pisces, and the Moon also rules Cancer. So you basically have the water signs here: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have the Moon and the water. So that is emotions and intuition. Okay. And then you have the 6 of Pentacles here. Equal give and take. Okay. So what I'm getting is that because some of you are tired of this negative energy, like I am, you actually want peace. So, yes, some of you will avoid negativity and then you will get peace, okay? Because you know what causes negativity. So now you know what to avoid, okay? Um, and this will happen very quickly. And some of you may not know why you have to avoid certain situations, but your intuition knows. And that's because you are protecting your peace, okay? And that's why you have to say and do the things that you do. Yeah, you're very cautious because of this, because you've been betrayed before and you could get betrayed again. So you're more cautious this time. Um, what I'm seeing is that, yeah, with the Five of Wands, peace, reversed. Five of Wands reversed is peace, and then the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. You have 11 here. That's a divine number. 5 and 6 is 11. Okay. So let me clarify these cards. Why are the Five of Wands reversed? Ooh, Knight of Cups. And why the Eight of Wands? The Hermit. Why the Moon? Ten of Wands reversed. Why the Nine of Pentacles reversed? You have Two of Pentacles reversed. And then why the Six of Pentacles? What? You have a lot of negative energy here. So that means that, yeah, a lot of you are dealing with that negative energy. And they're trying to sabotage and destroy anything positive. So this is what I'm seeing, okay? So whoever sent out this negativity, they will get it, okay? Five of Wands, conflict, wasting their time. Burdens, and being juggled. Again, waiting, the time being wasted. So yeah, basically the Knight of Pentacles revert. Wait, the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands is basically the same thing. Having your time wasted, waiting. Okay. Why am I? I don't know why I'm yelling so much. But like this energy is like very draining. This negative energy, it's very draining. Like not only is it tiring, but it's just like how can anybody live in this low vibration, to be negative all the time, to have negative thoughts, to be in a dark place all the time. It's very, very draining and tiring to be in this vibration. It's very low. Like even I'm getting I'm getting drained just thinking about it. So that's what I have. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, let me go ahead and read the cards as they come. So you're gonna read peace. Someone's gonna come in and offer you their cup. So someone's gonna okay. So when you find peace, someone's gonna come in and offer you their cup. This is gonna happen very quickly, and because of this, you will be enlightened. And you will also have, this will change you in some way, okay? This is hidden from you because it's meant to be hidden from you, but it will be revealed. It will be revealed. And this ordeal will also help you release burdens. And yeah, the 3 wands reversed. Yeah, you don't have to wait for this. Because this is going to happen very quickly, that's why you don't have to wait. With the 2 of Pentacles reversed, yeah, you'll be more balanced. Because of this, you'll be more balanced. And with the 6 of Pentacles, yeah, it's an equal give and take. Again, balance. And with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, yeah, that means that you're intuitive. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So let me go ahead and pull out, do another spread, and see what it says. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the reading. Well, look at that, Death card, number 13. Okay, Scorpio card. So there's an ending. And then you have the 7 of Cups reversed. You know what you want. Three of Pentacles, collaboration. The Fool, Aquarius. And yeah, starting over. Page of Pentacles, manifesting. It can also be a future child. That's a female, so that could be a future daughter for some of you. Ooh, and you have the Devil reversed. So when the Devil is reversed, that becomes the source of positivity. Nine of Wands. The Lovers. Oh my God. What else? World. Queen of Pentacles. And King of Cups. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Why the Knight of Wands? 10 of Wands reversed. Why the Lovers? 2 of Pentacles reversed. Why the World? Look at, oh my God. Really? Okay. Why the Queen of Pentacles? 3 of Pentacles. And why the King of Cups? 2 of Swords reversed. Oh my God. Bottom of the deck is the Devil reversed. All right. So it's like, whatever this energy is, it's like, it's tiring. It's very tired. Like, it feels like it hasn't slept in days. And it needs to go to sleep. It needs to get some rest. And it needs to just stop. take a break. So, all right, let me start with the Nine of Wands. So, she acts what she thinks, but if she's intuitive, she can go fast and get there first, okay? So she's releasing burdens. She has a strong spiritual connection with someone. She's balanced. She will complete this journey. She's hopeful. She's abundant. She wants to collaborate with someone. She's emotionally balanced. And she's able to see clearly, okay? So she has clarity. The signs I'm seeing are Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer. All right, that's what I'm seeing so far. Yep. And bottom of the deck is the Devil, Capricorn. Oh, so you have the Devil and the World card. So, which reminds me, yep. When you see these, that's Capricorn energy right there. So it's ruled by Saturn, and those are Capricorn cards. God, why do you keep yawning? Anyways, yeah, it's almost an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this live stream off, end it. Just to reiterate what I said and what I talked about. Okay. Archangel Michael said, guarded and protected. Lady Isis said, miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess, and Lord Buddha talked about gratitude. Number 26. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you put them together. And you have the moon. You have a full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. And you have the lion as the spirit animal. And you have the sun, number 31. And number 29, she, Ace of Swords. Okay. So this stands out to me. Oh, you know what? You have a queen and a king here. Queen of Pentacles and a King of Cups. So aspects of the Empress and Emperor. Taurus and Cancer. Which makes you think of the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Taurus and Cancer. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, this is what I'm seeing hands down. The Lovers, number 6. Okay. Gemini card. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Having said that, I hope I helped you in some way. And I'll have another live stream next Friday around the same time. I don't really know what else to say other than yeah, this negative energy is just like, it's draining, tiring, it's childish, it's stupid, it's dumb. and it needs to change. Like, I've had enough of this low energy. It's very tiring. It just takes, it doesn't give anything back, and it's just no. Which reminds me, I got this horror apple. It's not real, but I don't know, something about apples. And I mean, I'm a teacher, so teachers get apples. I just had to point that out and mention that. Okay. Having said that, I hope I helped you in some way, and I will talk to you again soon.